Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you. Today, we are here with the WinWipro short series 14 questions on quantitative aptitude, mock test number 11. And the drill remains same. We'll give you 1 minute each for each question, and in that given time, don't pause the video, try to solve it, read and try to solve it in the given time. Keep your answers with you. After the 14 question, after 14 minutes, I would be solving out these questions for you. But please maintain the drill, try to solve that particular question in the given time. And I hope you will do well, and these series are helping you people out. If yes, please don't forget to put in one like and one comment at least, that how these things are going on, how these series are working for you or not, what more you want from us. We would be ready to produce it for you. So on that note, let's begin. Let's start with the first question, and please take this test seriously. These are very good 14 questions from previous year Wipro examination, and I hope you will do well. I'll see you after this mock 14 minutes with the solution. So let's start now. A train running at 40 kilometers per hour passes a horse rider riding parallel to the railway line in the same direction. Both are moving in the same direction at 25 kilometers per hour in 48 seconds. So time to cross is 48 seconds, and the speed when the two moving bodies are crossing each other in the same direction, we will have effective speed. Effective speed would be S1 minus S2, difference of the two speeds. 40 minus 25 would be 15 kilometer per hour, but since this time is given in seconds, let multiply this by 5 by 18 so that it would be converted into meter per second. 3536. So it would be 25 by 6 meter per second is the effective speed, and the time to cross each other is 48 seconds. So find the length of the train. We know that distance is equals to speed into time. Here distance means the length of the train. So length of the train is speed, effective speed 25 by 6 into the time taken 48, and the answer would be in meters. 6 48 is 8 times 25 into 8 is 200. 200 meter is the length of the train. Fine. Very simple first level formula which we have used, that is distance is equals to speed into time. Speed would be effective speed because they are crossing each other in the same direction, and t is the time taken by the faster moving body to cross the slower one. And here the length of the horse rider would be taken as negligible. So 200 meter is the length of the train. Option A fits in. In covering distance, a certain distance, suppose it is d, the speed of A and B are in the ratio 3:4. Speed of A is 3x, speed of B is 4x. A takes 30 minutes more than B to reach the destination. Obviously, they both must be starting at some point and reaching up to a destination, and the distance is d. So A takes 30 minutes more. So time taken by A would be d by 3x, and time taken by B would be d by 4x. Now A is taking 30 minutes more, that means d by 3x minus d by 4x is equals to 30 minutes. 30 minutes means half hour. So if I take common d by x, it is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4, that would be 4 minus 3 upon 4 into 3, that is 1 by 2. 4 into 3 is 12, that is 6, and 4 minus 3 is 1. Therefore, d by x is equals to 6. Now what is the question? The time taken by A to reach the destination. Time taken by A to reach the destination is d by 3x. That can be written as d by x into 1 by 3. D by x is 6 into 1 by 3 is 2 hours. So time taken by A is 2 hours, and yes, that is in option C. 6 children and 2 men completes a certain piece of work in 6 days. 6c plus 2m will take 6 days. Each child takes twice the time taken by the men to finish the work. Okay. In how many days? 5 men. We're looking out for men, then let's convert children into men. Each child takes twice the time, that means 6 child work is same as 3 men work, isn't it? Plus 2 men takes 6 days. That means we have data of 5 men will take 6 days to complete the piece of work. Now what is the question? In how many days? 5 men. Okay, they have also asked 5 men. So 5 men would be completing the work in 6 days. Option A fits in. 20 engineers and 20 workers can together construct a 20-kilometer road in 20 days. So we have group of men, we have work, and we have time also, that is in days. Group of men are 20 engineers and 20 workers. Work they are doing is 20 kilometer in 20 days. Then 40 engineers and 40 workers, 40 workers together construct 40 kilometers in how many days? Now, if we see that, or we need to make an arbitrary assumption here that the efficiency of all engineers and all workers is same with respect to each other, we can see that if this is group A, then this can be considered at 2 times group A, isn't it? And we can use the MDH Masala formula, that is the first concept in time and work, first relationship, that is M1 D1 by W1 equals M2 D2 by W2. So M1 is A, D1 is 20, work done is 20, M2 is 2A, D2 is we are looking out for, and W2 is 40. So 20 gone, A 40 20, A gone, D2 is equals to 20 days again. Option B fits in. The length of Lucknow Mail is 120 meter and that of Punjab Mail is 80 meters. These two trains are running in the opposite direction. Opposite direction, we may say that they must be traveling towards each other with the speed of 40 kph and 50 kph. The time taken by them to cross each other, that means it's sure that they are moving towards each other, then only they will say that they are moving in opposite direction. The time taken by them to cross each other from the point of contact. So if this is the point of contact, the length that need to be covered to cross each other would be L1 plus L2. So distance they need to cover is L1 plus L2, that is 120 plus 80, 200 meters. Now what will be the effective speed? Since both are approaching towards each other, effective speed would be addition of these two. 40 plus 50, that is 90 kph. Now since this is in meter, let us convert this into meter per second. 90 into 5 by 18 will give us 25 seconds. 25 meter per second, sorry. So the effective speed is 25 meter in 1 second. So time formula is D by effective speed. 200 meters covering at 25 meter per second will give us 8 seconds. So the time taken by them to cross each other from the point of contact is 8 seconds, option A. An article is sold for 1980 at 10% profit. What is the cost price? We know the formula that cost price is selling price into 100 upon 100 plus profit percent. So this is 1980 into 100 upon 10% profit, that is 110, 11 times 180, so cost price is 1800. Yes, we have this option, option B. Two aeroplanes start from the same place in opposite direction. One goes towards east at 320 km per hour and the other goes towards west at the rate 400 km per hour. That is, both are moving in opposite direction. What time will they take to be 720 km apart? So distance is 720 km. Since they are moving in the opposite direction in the same line, effective speed would be S1 plus S2, that is 400 plus 320, that is 720 km per hour. Then the time taken for them to be 720 km apart would be, formula for time is distance by speed, that would be 720 by 720, that is 1 hour. I'm using the entire concepts and the formula, but as you can read and you can understand, it has to be 300 plus 400, 720, and this is also 720. In 1 hour, they would be 720 kilometers apart. Option C fits in. The difference between a two-digit number and the number obtained by interchanging the digits is 36. What is the difference between the sum and the difference of the digits of the number if the ratio between the digits is 2:1. Now this is a very helpful thing, and if we use this directly, we won't be using algebra to find the number. If it is 2:1, then number would be 21 or 42 or 63 or 84 and nothing else, because if I take 5 in this place, then here it would be 10, which is not possible. Now 21 minus 12 is not equals to 36, minus 24 is not 36, minus 36 is not 36, minus 48 is equals to 36. That means my number is 84, which I am looking out for. This makes life very simple. Now what is the question? What is the difference between sum? Sum is 12 minus, and the difference of the digits. Difference of the digits is 4. So 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 should be the answer. That is not there in ABC. So I'll mark nota, none of the above, because answer is 8. And here correct answer is option D. In a company, there are 25% skilled workers and remaining are unskilled. So let's take these data in percentage. 25 are skilled, if I assume that there are 100 people in the company, and unskilled are 75. 80% of the skilled workers and 20% of unskilled are permanent. So how many are permanent? 80%. 80% means 4/5. 4/5, that is 20. That means how many are temporary? 25 minus 20, that is 5. Now 20%, 75, 20% is 1/5, that is 15 are permanent. 75 minus 15 is 60. 60 are temporary. Okay, so total permanent are 35 and total temporary are 65%. If the number of temporary worker is 130, what is the number of total workers? Now job is easy. 65% pertains to 130. 100% means how much? 130 by 65 into 100, and that would be 200. So there are 200 workers in the company. Option C fits in. If 15 men or 24 women or 36 boys, here it is or, separate categories, can do a work in 12 hours, in 12 days, working 8 hours per day, then how many men must be associated with 12 women and 6 boys to do another work 1/4 times the original work in 30 days, working 6 hours per day? So let I consider men. 15 men can complete it in days 12, hours 8, and work is 1. So let us find that how many men are required to complete this in 30 days, working 6 hours per day, and the work to be done is 1/4, that is 9/4. So we can use our MDH masala formula, that is M1D1H1 by W1 equals M2D2H2 by W2. So 15 into 12 into 8 by 1 equals X into 30 into 6 into 4 by 9. Okay, 3, 2, 3, 3, 10. 4, 2 is 8. 5, 3, 5, 2, and this is 6. So we require 18 men to do this work in 30 days at the rate 6 hours per day, and the work is 1/4 time of the original one. But now we already have 12 women. 24 women can complete the work in 12 days, working 8 hours a day. If we keep that consideration along with for the men, so we can say that 24 women efficiency is same as 15 men efficiency. That means 12 women efficiency is same as 7.5 men efficiency. Number 1. 36 boys are same as 15 men. That means 6 boys are same as 15 by 36 into 6 is 2.5 men. So when we have a group of 12 women and 6 boys, they already are equivalent to 10 men. And we require 18 men to complete this task. That means number of men required are 18 minus 10. That is 8. We require 8 men along with 12 women and 6 boys to complete this task. Option C fits in. A team of 30 men is supposed to do a work in 37 days. 30 men, 37 days. After 25 days, 5 more men were employed. That means now we have 35 men, and the work was completed 1 day earlier. The work which was supposed to be completed in 37 minus 25, that is 12 more days, now with help of 35 men, they are completing it in 1 day earlier, that means 11 days. How many days would it have been delayed if 5 more men were not employed? If 5 more men were not employed, that means with 30 men only, in how many days they would have completed the remaining work. So on the remaining work, we can run our first basic formula, that is M1D1 is equals to M2D2. That means 35 into 11 is equal to 30 into x. So 6 and this is 5. We have x equal, no, this would be 7. X is 77 by 6. So x days 77 by 6, then what would have been the delay? Delay is 77 by 6 days minus days left with us is 12. That is 72, 77 minus 72, 5 by 6 day. Now 5 by 6 day, as since all the options are closed, we can call it 1 day. So delay would have been of 1 day, option A. 3 pipes A, B and C can fill a cistern in 15, 20 and 30 minutes respectively. They were all turned on at the same time. After 2 minutes, the last 2 pipes were turned off. That means B and C were turned off. They were only operational for 2 minutes each. In what time will the cistern be filled? Let pipe A works for X minutes. Then with the help of simple first logic, we can use it, that how much is the work done by pipe A. Work done by pipe A is X by 15 plus work done by pipe B in 2 minutes is 2 by 20. Work done by pipe C in 2 minutes is 2 by 30, and that should be equals to 1. That's it. If we solve this, we'll get the answer. So if I divide throughout by maybe like 150, that would be 10x plus 15 plus 10 equals 150 minus 25 is 125. X equals 12.5 minutes. 12.5 minutes, since all the options are in divided by 2, that is 25 by 2. In what time will the cistern be filled? 25 by 2, that is option D. Now many of you may argue that why can't we use LCM method or rule 8, the CM rule, to solve this. We can use it, but it's all up to you how much quickly you can use this. 15, 20, 30, LCM is 60. 60 by 15 is 4, by 20 is 3, by 30 is 2. Now it works for 2 minutes, that means minus 6 from the total. It works for 2 minutes, minus 4 from the total. We are getting 5, 0, 50. Now, so time taken to fill the entire cistern is 50 divided by 4. 50 by 4 is 25 by 2 minutes. You can use the simple day work format, or what we call is fraction of the day work format, or you can use rule 6, that is CM rule, to solve these kinds of question in no time? Answer D, 25 by 2. A very popular question from averages. I've seen it in many examinations. The average age of a family of 6 members 4 years ago was 25 years. That means 4 years ago, the total for 6 members would be 6 into 25, that is 150 years. 4 years ago. Meanwhile, a child was born in this family and still the average age of the whole family is same today. So today, we have 7 members in the family and still the average is 25. So 7 into 25 is 175. Now suppose if there were only 6 members in the family, then the total age today, that is after 4 years, would have been 150 plus 6 into 4, because each member would have grown by 4 years. That is 24 plus 150, that is 174. Now if there was no child born during this period, the total age of these 6 members should be 174, but including that child, the total age of all the members is 175. That means age of child is 175 minus 174, that is 1 year. Now, option C fits in. Divya, when increases her speed from 24 kph to 30 kph, she takes 1 hour less than the usual time to cover a certain distance. What is the distance usually covered by Divya? You know the formula for distance is speed into time, but we know that time formula is distance by speed. So time taken if riding at 24 kph would be more than time taken when riding at 30 kph by 1 hour. So we can use this d by 24 minus d by 30 is equals to 1. That's it. We'll get the value of d. D into 30 minus 24 is 6 upon 24 into 30 is 1. This is 4 times d equals 30 into 4, that is 120 kilometers. So what is the usual distance she travel? 120 kilometer, option C. Thank you everyone for participating. This was Mohit Jain signing off from MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you, and we have covered up like 11 mock tests and sample tests for the WinWipro series. The link for the playlist is there in the description. Go through it and go through these tests again. This would be very helpful when you'd be writing a Wipro examination, isn't it? And I'll come back very soon with TCS NQT series, maybe from the next week, and I'll see you soon. Then we will come up with sample questions and mock test, which I would love you people to do it. And if you have any suggestion, any comments, any feedback, please write in the comment box so that it may reach out to us and we may try to improve and develop on those lines if possible. So I'm Mohit Jain again signing off from MJ's Maths and Stats, or MJ Magic Studio to you. I'll see you soon, very soon. Thank you for participating.